It's kind of hopeless, isn't it? Hello, my lovely friends, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to be working on this journal that I started just before... Jeez, when did I start it? I don't know. In my mind, it's still the beginning of September, but it's actually November the 16th. So when did we start this? Sometime in September. I just know that because I did the video with the kitty and there's an S there. And so yes, it was in September. But we're going to do a little journal with me video today where I actually start to go in and put in quite a bit of ephemera in this journal. So I will leave the timestamp down below if you don't want to listen to the introduction here. There's a couple little housekeeping things that I want to talk about and not fall off my stool. So I'm gonna do a little introduction here and get you guys caught up on some stuff. But if you don't want to watch this, just hit the thing down below and it'll take you right to the beginning where we start working in the journal. So a couple of things. To everybody who came over to my Halloween channel and watched and supported me over there, I wanted to give you a big heartfelt thank you. I really appreciated all of your support, and I had a lot of fun doing the vlogs with you. And so I do have some interesting ideas about what we're going to do that's sort of gothic and creepy for Christmas and winter going forward. So stay tuned for that. I also wanted to apologize to all of my wonderful, lovely American friends. I have not been able to send out anything to you. I still have shipping turned off on my website and on my Etsy shop, and I feel really bad about it. But the removal of the de minimis and the tariffs and everything that are going on, it's turned out to be a little more complicated for me to navigate than I originally anticipated. So I left everything over the month of October because I just couldn't wrap my head around all the paperwork and the forms and the government lingo, which I totally do not understand at all. And I was just like, forget it. I'm just going to have fun in October and I'll come back to reality in November. And what it looks like is, until I can get somebody to sort of help me figure out all these forms and everything, because my journals, there's so many different kinds of paper that comes from different kinds of places, I'm going to try and get somebody professional to help me. So I might not even be able to ship out to you until after the new year. I will keep you posted, and I apologize profusely because I really miss selling stuff to you guys, and you know, it's a whole thing. To my Canadian friends, I wanted to quickly show you. I'm going to be working on journals and notebooks and things that can go in this box, these flat rate boxes, although not flat rate from Canada Post, but the beauty of these is that they go through the slot of doom. Boop. So I am able to send these out to you as an oversized letter, as long as I keep the weight down. So when you see me on Instagram talking about the chubbies and the middle mini journals and all of those little tiny junk journals, the reason why there's free shipping anywhere in Canada is because of these gems right here. So I've been posting quite a bit of the little journals and the little notebooks on Instagram. I have not put them on my website just because they tend to sell fairly quickly. So check out that if you're looking to support, purchase from, or buy something from somebody in Canada for Christmas. To my Australian and New Zealand friends, I am going to be adding Australia and New Zealand onto my website for shipping. And to my friends, if there's anybody in France, Japan, Singapore, Switzerland, South Korea, I have made it so that I can ship postcards to you in an envelope. No, so there's no tracking, but I can ship postcards up to 3 sets in an envelope with stamps, regular airmail, and they should get to you in about a week and a half-ish. During regular times, like during Christmas, obviously things will be a little bit slower. But going forward, I am trying to figure out ways that I can ship postcards and eventually journals to you, so that it's not super duper expensive, because especially to Australia, New Zealand, Singapore from Canada, it can be very, very, very expensive. And you're not going to want to pay $30 to have some postcards shipped out to you. So there's no reason why I can't mail you postcards in an envelope with stamps. There's no tracking, of course, but I haven't lost a package yet. So if you have any questions about that, by all means, email me or leave a comment down below. And to my Australian friends and my friends in New Zealand, if there's anything about shipping to you guys that I need to know that you think that I should be aware of before I start sending out stuff to Australia and New Zealand, please do let me know. I've done a little bit of research about your post office, but you know, there's nothing like real life experience. I believe that there is $100 de minimis value for you guys, where you can get up to $100 without paying any extra fees, taxes, duties, etc., etc. So if I have that wrong, please do let me know. Same goes for the UK. Postcards already on the website and in my Etsy shop. Postcards can go to you in an envelope with stamps, no tracking, but, you know, again, not for $30. So those are things I kind of just wanted to get out of the way. Shipping these days is an absolute... I have many, many words for what it is, but I won't say them here. But it's madness out there, and things are changing. And anyways, it's been difficult to navigate, but there are lots of places where I can send to, and I can certainly try and make it as easy and as inexpensive as possible. So by all means, if you ever have any questions, please do send me an email, and I'm happy to talk to you about shipping or your concerns about shipping, or any of that kind of thing. So I think that's it for now. After we work on this journal, next week what I want to do is I want to make 2 Christmas journals. One is going to be white and silver and cream and a little bit of gold. And I also want to do a pastel Christmas. I'm going to do a little bit smaller, not so big, not so crazy. And so I'll put those up, and then those will go on my website to be available for my Canadian viewers. Yeah. So, the other thing is, I went to the post office today, and I wanted to show you guys, I got these beautiful stamps. It's been a while since Canada Post has come up with some stamps that are really quite interesting and nice. And the guy assured me, I mean, not that he can say for sure, but there is no strike. They're not going to go on. I mean, we're... Don't get me started. Canada Post is still sort of striking. They're having what's called rotating strikes. So our mail is taking extremely long to get to us. But they are getting to us, so that's something. So I'm going to send out some postcards this week. So these are the stamps for domestic, for Canada. These are the ones for the US. Those are super cute. And these, the bunnies, are the ones for overseas. So yeah. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you everybody for watching my little introduction. And yeah, let's get into this. I had a lot of fun, and we're gluing stuff in stuff, and we're putting stuff in stuff, and I'm having fun with paper. And yeah. So I hope you join me, and let's just get right into it. Okie dokie, everybody. I have gathered a bunch of junk, as you do, and I have collected all kinds of stuff over the last little while. I haven't been able to, I haven't done a ton of journaling, and certainly not junk journaling, since spring, early summer. So I have quite a bit of stuff that needs to go in. And I've got book page, things like fussy cuts out of book pages that I've kept. Of course, I've got the obligatory packaging that we all love to keep and covet. Our tea bags. Chocolate, of course. I really like keeping a lot of the packaging that Milos brings home from Prague. And this was a chocolate wrapper. Oops, sorry. Super cute. And then things like this. This was from Pretzels. I love this folk art look of, you know, the corners. I love it. I love it. I love it. So basically what I need to do is figure out how I'm going to get all of this into here. And I've also got a little box full of these cat images that I cut out from a book. I don't know what possessed me to cut them out individually. You know, sometimes you just get it in your head. Look at that face. I love that so much. But I mean, I've got a ton of these cats. Oh my goodness, I could do a whole journal just with these cats. So I love these vintage illustrations. But, you know, like so many of you guys, I put them in a box with all the intentions of using them up right away, and I don't. So, moving forward with the idea of using what we've got. Oh, look at that. I love that. Oh, that's so great. I'm determined to get these things put into journals over the coming weeks and months for winter. I should organize these a little bit better. Like, that's perfect, obviously, for winter. What I thought I would do to sort of get me going, because I have a lot of stuff out, and I'm already a little bit, not overwhelmed, but I'm kind of like, ugh. There's a lot to put in here. And let me show you. I've just, this was where I started, and we did the video with the gluing in the leaves and the collage here. And so what I decided to do was go in and just sort of fill in some bigger spots. Like, this is obviously a big photo of Sophie from the summer. This was a card from a pen pal. And instead of just, I was going to wrap it and glue it and turn it into pockets. But of course, I didn't want to cover up the lovely message from Stephanie. So I just went in with a little bit of washi tape here to glue it in. And then that way it stays, and then I can do some journaling or something in behind here. I would like to do a little bit of collage work here. The one thing that, you know, as we all know, I love my washi tape and I love stickers, but I don't use them nearly enough. So the one thing that I wanted to do in this journal was to go in and do a little bit more collage work and get a little bit more artsy-fartsy with some of these things. So definitely going to do a little bit of collaging with some stamps, meaning postage stamps, you know, put some stickers, use a little bit of washi on here. I went in and glued some of the illustrations in. You know, I had to think about where I would want to put some photos. Just a little bit of collage there. Here's some stamps from my pen pal Anna in Portugal. And so I want to just glue them in. Again, do a little bit of collage work. And again, I have a ton of stickers that I never use. So I went in and did a little bit of gold stamping. And then I think I'm going to put that sticker there because I like that it's really quite large. But you can see the gold and the music notes in behind it. And then again, we'll do some kind of collage work there. I have created a few teeny tiny little pockets. And then, you know, I've just placed some things here thinking, okay, this could be a pocket. Perhaps, is it the kind of thing where it's a pocket up here and it goes up like that? That might be kind of fun. My best friend Katrina bought me some Halloween soap from Lush. So I glued down the tissue and I managed to save the label. So we'll do something with that. That's not on there permanently. I might turn that into a pocket as well. And then I have some postcards that need to go in here. And then I decided to sacrifice the front of this one so I could keep the back showing of this one with all the stamps and everything that everybody put on here. And then I have this photo of my friend Mickey, who I have not seen in forever and ever and ever. But anyways, I'm going to turn this into a pocket. So I'm going to glue this down, right? And then we'll have a pocket here. I've had this photo forever. I don't know why I haven't used it sooner, but you know, it's a story for another day. This was a kid's coloring book page that I got when I went to Harvey's a few weeks ago. And I bought my dad a junior cheeseburger, and it came with crayons and everything. Anyways, I wanted to remember that day that we had the lunch together, so I ripped that out. And I don't know what sort of, lately I'm very much into gluing pages on top of other pages, but that don't fit. I like this idea of the paper hanging off and creating these nice, I don't know, what do you call them? Levels, you know? We'll maybe do some journaling in there. So that's why I glued the apple maze on top of here. And then, of course, I'll figure out, I don't know, we'll do some kind of collage over this so I can do some journaling. There's the middle. So this is where we've gotten. This had a big kind of ugly writing logo thing on that, so I just covered it with the paper, folded the paper over, and I had toyed with the idea of putting the fox on there, but I'm not sure. And then this was from, I ripped out the front of a book. My grandmother, this is her writing, and she'd given me the book on May 26, 1976. Oh, and then here, what I'm going to do is this is the back of an envelope from my friend Anna. And I cut out the part that went underneath, folded it down. I'm going to tape this down. I'm going to glue this on here, and I'm going to make a pocket that's going to put in this postcard from my friend Nancy. Look at that. It's beautiful. I love it, Nancy. Thank you very, very much. Yes, live each day with grace and authenticity. So that's either going to go like that or like that. That's definitely going there. I might put some kind of colored paper. Like, I'm not sure what I'm going to do behind there. I like her just because she's super cute. And then we've got the giant stickers there. And then I might do a little collage. I've got these stamps from my pen pal in Russia. And I thought just some simple stuff, you know, like every collage doesn't have to be this perfect Picasso. But I mean, I have stickers, more stickers than I would ever care to admit, and washi, and it all needs to get, you know, I need to start using it more. I like saving things of my dad's that he writes. So I have examples of his handwriting in my journals. This is the back from a daytimer. I love this. This is beautiful. And of course, you guys know that I love owls, and owls represent my granny. Although this isn't the most, you know, friendly looking of owls in the world, is it? But anyways, I loved the fussy cut of it. I had to put it in here. It makes me giggle. And then you guys know also that foxes remind me of my Baba. So maybe I should put these two together. Although this is a nicer contrast here, isn't it? Okay, never mind. Change my mind. And then I did paint over a little bit of gesso on this page last night. I'm not sure what I'm going to do here. But again, these are just sort of the preliminary steps. You guys know that I love to put cats and mice together. Now, this was a card. So I have this pack of cutouts from my Baba. She used to make all kinds of quilts and tablecloths and table runners. And after she passed, they had given me this big bag of different size squares, triangles, circles, which she essentially used as templates. And she had cut out of cereal boxes and whatever cardboard she could get her hand on. So I'm slowly starting to incorporate these into my journals. And what I love about this one in particular is that you can see, you can see where she's pinned it, like all of the pinholes. 6-inch green, 6-inch yellow, 6 strips, 4-inch white, 37-inch long cut pattern, 6.5 squares. 5-inch square. I'm not sure what she was doing. Obviously, she was alternating gray, green, yellow, green, yellow, green, yellow. Oh, maybe in this was white in between, white stripes in between. Okay, I get it. Anyhow, I turned this into a pocket here, so we'll put something in there. And then again, these two. And then that is the end of the first signature. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to speed up the camera, or because I'm old, I'm going to say film. I'm going to speed up the film and do a little bit of collage work in here. And yeah, let's see where it takes us. Okay, so what I'm going to do is start off here with the back of this envelope from Anna. And I've decided that I just want to break up those stripes a little bit by adding some more stripes. So I'm just going to put this green lined paper here. And then I'm just going to trim the ends of the envelope so it doesn't poke out, and get in the way. Just taping down the edges so that when I put Nancy's card in there, it doesn't get caught on the little pieces of paper. Yeah, that's going to look great. I love that. So now I'm just going to mark where I'm going to glue so I leave myself enough room to get the card in and out of there nice and easy peasy. Glue that down. Perfect. I'm loving this. This is great. Okay, onwards. I fully haven't committed to that girl there, but I do want to glue down this picture of my friend Mickey. I haven't seen Mickey in many, many years. She certainly was one of a kind, my friend Mickey. She was a bit kooky, but she was one of the most fun and interesting women I've ever met. Now, we've got this big giant sticker here. And of course, for me, I love getting these Elmer glue glitter sticks out and glittering up these stickers. If you had told me at the beginning of the year I'd be into glitter the way I am now, I would have never believed you. Anyway, so then I'm just going over it with the white Elmer's glue, just regular white glue. It helps it dry a lot faster. Otherwise, if you don't put something over the glitter glue, it literally takes days to dry. Okay, so I've got this business card. I bought some very loud bells for Lucy to wear outside. And so I'm just going to take these little T tabs here and I'm gluing them on to give the card a little bit of a tab there as it sticks out of the pocket. And then here I'm just putting some paper on the back of the business card so I can do a little bit of journaling there. And it's going to go right under that bookmark. And then I decided at the last minute, it wasn't jazzy enough and it needed a little bit of something. So I put some lace on it. I love it. It's going to be fun. And I like how it really just, the T-tabs poke out there a bit. So while the glue is drying, I'm going to cut this T-box because I want to use the moon at the top there. I want it to poke out and be sort of a moon over that dark sky. So it doesn't fit, so the word clipper has to go, and there, it fits perfect. So now I want to figure out something to go above the moon to cover up the bit of the text that's up there. So I've got that Kleenex box, and I cut out the daisy, but that doesn't work. I like this because it matches the color in the roof. I don't know, I'm sort of like, I like it, but it's just not lighting me up. There's just something And I'm like, oh, that cat looks kind of cute. But then I would have the cat there and the cat on the roof. I like that, but you can see the text poking through the sticker, and I didn't like that. But I do love this owl. So that is our winner right there. So I'm going to glue that on there. So we've got the owl that's sort of, you know, flying in the night sky with the moon. And then I'm just going to cover the back of this with a little bit of paper so I have something there to journal, and it's not white on the back when I flip the page. And then I just see this little bit of text from a book, and with the September there, I just like how that goes together. So we're just going to glue that on. And I decided not to use the September, but go with the number 9, because September is the 9th month. Okay, so then that has dried, and now we're going to do a little bit of collage work here. And I've got this label from some lace that I've just had in a box, meaning I've had this label forever. And we're trying out some kitties, we're trying out some stickers. You know, the whole idea here is I'm trying to use things that I have, things that I've been hanging on to forever. And I love that. And then I find this, and I'm kind of like, I think that's it. So I decide, okay, I'm going to commit to the bee sticker there. And then at the last minute, I'm not quite sure about that image. I get out, no, that photo isn't going to work. And then I was like, oh, this I like. This is it. And then I think it's kind of funny that it says everything in life is art, and that should include cats as well. So then I'm thinking maybe she needs a little bit of color behind her, but no, I'm going to stick with my original plan and glue her down, and I absolutely love it. I think it looks great. So just a little yoo-hoo there on the back, and I printed her on cardstock, so I used the glitter glue there for her. Just pat that down, stick that on there, and voila, it is finished. So let's do this collage now. I know I really like these Russian stamps at the bottom of this page, and I think that looks really pretty with the gold of the flowers. And I like the hair, but you know how it goes. You got to play with a few ideas, and I was like, ooh, I really like this there. So yes, that's going to get glued on there. Oh, that's perfect. I love that. And then I'm thinking to myself, it's not a finished page without a number. So I go and get an old playing card and punch it out there and glue on again the number 9 for September. And yeah, easy. Just going to keep that one simple. I love that. So I've got the dove above the girl's head here on this page. And then I'm toying with these old photographs here, and I decide I do like the photograph, but for whatever reason I want it to fit on the page. I don't want it to hang over. So I got my little scissors there, craft scissors, and then I decide I don't like the white. I like the dark blue there, and it really pulls out the dark blues and the blacks from the raven on the other side. So I'm just going to go in, and yes, I want some graph paper. I'm going to turn that into a pocket. This is going to work great. And I'm going to use the yoo-hoo stick there because it's going to give me a little bit of time and wiggle room as I'm trying to get this paper to fit. The art glitter glue dries really, really fast. So you got to be pretty sure what you're gluing and how you're gluing. So if I feel like I need a little bit of extra time, that's also another reason why I will use the glue stick. Okay, so I love this. I'm going to put this photo of these two old gals here. And then just make sure the tag is going to fit. Yes. So then I just trim off the edge there, and I can still use that pocket from the little bag. And then we're on to the next thing here. So I finished the collage page with the faces there from the yearbook. And then I want to put a cat there, but I'm not sure what cat. I have many, many cats to choose from. So while I'm thinking about that, I have folded this envelope in half. And that's Sophie running through the house. And this was a card, the front of a card from my grandmother. And I'm just gluing that on there with the glue stick. And then I'm back to this. And I'm just thinking, Sophie, Sorry about that. Sophie has a serious case of the zoomies right now. Anyhow, my lovely friends, I'm going to leave it there for now. I hope that you enjoyed this video and found it somewhat inspirational and helpful. If you have any questions, by all means, leave them in the comments down below. And you guys know how much I love to hear from you. So say hi, tell me what you think. I love reading all of your comments. So until the next video, as I always say at the end, speak kindly to yourselves, enjoy your journal process, and until the next video, take care everybody, and I hope to see you again as I continue to work in this journal and continue to hopefully find room for all the ephemera and junk and stuff that I want to put in here. So take care everybody, and I'll see you later. Mwah. Bye!